But Peep This podcast, the podcast where we talk about whatever the hell we want. That's Jennifer, that's Sean, that's Braylon, that's J.E.'s. I am Lionel. We are glad to have you guys here today. Now,
I thought you was Douglas.
What?
Huh?
Nothing.
What?
What did he say?
What did you say?
I thought you was Douglas.
Douglas.
Don't, J.E.'s, don't play with me.
All right, okay.
Bro, they
All
still
right,
ain't dead. Nah, you gotta fire him up, Lionel.
Nah, I'm gonna let him. He get one free, but that's the last time.
All right.
That's the last one.
All right. There we go.
Now,
They go for everybody.
Go for it.
It depends. It depends on the joke. There was a light jab, so I'm gonna let him ride with. I'm gonna let him make that one. But
Okay.
because I had said that. But I'm gonna let him ride. I did have said that. So I'm gonna let him ride because he was right. But that's the last one right there. So like I said, glad you guys are here. Before you guys go any further, pause this video, like, share, subscribe, like our Facebook, like our TikTok, Instagram. We're about to get a Black Planet started up in the next couple of weeks. We're about to get on tagged. Yeah, man, we're about to really go get that exposure, man. Yeah.
The TikTok is amazing, by the way. It is.
Yeah, shout out to Jen. That shit.
Shout out to
That's
Jen.
TikTok.
I be forgetting I said half of the shit that I
Truly.
Is wild also because like I have to go through all of the captions because TikTok will auto do it and then I have to correct them.
It'll be so off.
Oh yeah, I have to do that. I have to do that often, and I have to go in there and censor certain words.
Yeah,
So
no, if you look at anytime somebody says fuck, the U is a V.
Make really.
Because then it's still readable to anybody who actually needs the captions,
Right.
but it gets past the censors.
And TikTok has an annoying algorithm where your video performs better if you have the caption.
Yeah.
Hey, Lionel.
Really?
Lionel, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Put TikTok on the list, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
Wait, hold on. Time out. Aren't you keeping the list?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay, let's think about this logically.
Hold on. Time out. Before we go anywhere, like, share, subscribe. We glad you guys rock with us. You know, do the comments, leave comments, say which motherfucking chest, whatever you leave. Okay, go. Why is TikTok on the list? Who's keeping up with the list?
Well, first off, who in their right mind would make it to where I am in charge of a list? There's not a single person in this world that should make it to where I'm in charge of a list. Okay.
Why?
Number one.
Listen.
No.
Number two, TikTok's on the list because they can't get country accents right. Because clearly, every single one of us in here got a Southern accent, and they messing up our captions, and I don't like that shit.
That is part of it, is that it is the accents, especially when y'all talk at the same times.
Like,
I
okay,
don't like that shit.
we have a small country accent, meaning we mispronounce or run on words faster than normal.
Oh yeah, do we, Braylon? We got a small country accent, Braylon.
That sounds
Get
stupid.
your ass.
That's what I'm just
What
about.
the fuck you talking? You got a small country accent. Shut up.
Just about to say though, they be putting their accent on stronger in them songs. Like they
You
put
know
a
what,
twin
though?
on it.
You know what? Two things I've learned because of TikTok. The rest of the country don't believe Southern people actually sound like the stereotypes that Southern people have always been given in movies and TV. So when they hear people from the South with that stereotypical Southern drawl, the Southern redneck drawl specifically, they're like, "Oh, word!
Oh, word!
Oh,
you a rare breed.
Word!" And two,
You one of them rare country people. One of them rare ones.
Since I grew up in Alabama, I have a soft spot for that country ass Southern drawl, but only when it's coming from non-problematic rednecks and only when it's coming from them. If
I think one of the
coming,
best things in the world is a non-problematic redneck. I'm just throwing that out.
love them.
Absolutely.
I think non-problematic
They-
rednecks.
They
Non-problematic rednecks will never be on the list.
Never.
But on that same note, add problematic rednecks to the list.
Agreed.
But the non-problematic ones, we love them.
Oh, we love them. You know why? Because the non-problematic rednecks were the bootleggers. And we love the bootleggers.
That's true.
The alcoholics.
Non-problematic rednecks believe all cops are.
They do.
But wait.
Really do.
So technically, the non-problematic rednecks are the problematic. Were the problematic rednecks according to law?
Yeah, well, so black people.
Hey, hold on.
Don't mean shit.
Time out. Hey, cool. Ain't nobody asked for your logic. Add this nigga to the list.
Logical ass motherfucker.
Which one?
Logical ass nigga coming in here.
But no, look, it's what's crazy is on a level of classism. Like the Westies don't like the rednecks on either side, but they certainly don't like the liberal or non-problematic rednecks. Like they really don't like them. So when they start talking and they're talking with, when they start talking about things like policy and equity and equality, it's like, well, ain't nobody ask your country ass.
ain't nobody ask your country ass.
Nobody asked you.
I think another thing, we don't put a lot of emphasis on speech in the South. It's like everybody just kind of talk how they talk. Where like other places, it's kind of like you're taught to speak this way, speak proper, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that's like a disconnect too, in a way.
South talk fast as hell, so they don't have.
That's what they don't understand. They don't be because so many times people be like, "Huh," and to me, it's like somebody else will know exactly what I said, but to them,
I don't know what else to tell you, bro. Like I said,
when my accent was out of control, I used to have people stop me and be like, "I need you to repeat everything you just said because it all just sounded like one word."
Well, you know what is crazy is I grew up essentially down the road from both Lionel and Braylon, and I had the accent of this area for like a long time, but I got deeper into hip hop, and when I got into hip hop, it was mostly East Coast stuff, and I started to develop a little bit of that. Then when I got to Alabama State, for whatever reason, it wasn't on purpose. All of the people I was hanging with were from different parts of the country that wasn't the South. And when you're around those people like that all day, every day like that, like I was, because I wasn't going to class for a lot of times. I was horrible stuff. You pick up a lot of that shit. So when I came back to Uniontown, I think over Christmas break, people was like, "Man, who are you?
Who are you doing?"
I'm gonna tell you what your problem was, Jay. They thought BET bought you that car.
Everybody still. I'm still having to convince people I bought that car with refund check. BET did not give me that car. Look, my girlfriend that I had when I was in Uniontown broke up with me because I changed too much. And one of the things that changed too much was the way that I speak.
Oh,
she did not like that shit.
Look, you cannot change around a country person. You cannot change around a country person. Can't do it.
Okay, the first thing they're gonna say, "Oh, you think you better than me?" Why is that the thing?
Yeah, no shit.
If I use my word,
you know what?
Listen. Oh.
You know what? What's crazy is I think we explored it a little bit later. Why? She was uncomfortable with a lot of those things, but she was. It breeds a level of insecurity in people that shouldn't be there. Because I still think at that time, even though she was younger than me, I still thought she was smarter than me, even at that time. And I have been places, I have gotten jobs because of the way that I speak specifically, not on anything else, not on merit, none of that shit. Like, I get in interviews and I find a way to kick the interview out of what we're supposed to be there to talk about into other shit that's going on in the news and weather and stuff. The next thing you know, it's like, well, when do you want to start? I was like, what exactly am I supposed to be doing here? Like, we didn't talk about it.
You did it.
It's like, oh, you just answer phones. Don't worry about it.
You did it.
I love a good interview. I'm good at interviews because I know the person who's interviewing me don't want to be doing the interview. So I'm gonna make this pleasant for them so that it makes me get the job easy.
Jay, the next interview you get, just remember this one. All right. If you get in a job interview, just say, hey, if you take the year you was born and subtract
Don't do that, man. Stop doing that man like that.
It'll be
Stop
your
doing
age.
that man like that.
Bro thought he hit you with some next level shit.
Somebody actually told you to do that?
I was crying.
Like unironically, like didn't share a post or anything. They were just like, nah, this is some
man.
tears, literal tears.
I'm gonna say this because I know he's not gonna listen to this episode because I don't know where to do that right now.
Watch, we blow up in a couple months and he listens to every episode.
He gonna be on your ass.
Look, cool. Look, I just called you cool. Look, I'm gonna tell you the same thing I tell everybody else when it comes to blowing up. If we blow up in a couple of months, I'm not gonna give two fucks what we say on this bitch. What?
Look, most of what I said here, most of what I said
get
here,
asked about this podcast at work. What? Y'all are gonna hear all about it. Just FYI.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Look, like Lionel said, he thought he was dropping some knowledge on me with that shit. And I had to sit there and make it not awkward. I had to work with what he dropped there. And I was like, oh, wow, I see what you're saying, man.
Hey, look. You could have fooled everybody else who watched the interview, but you did not fool me. You did not fool me.
Wait, this is one of the interviews?
Wait, hold on. What was that song from Madden 05? Fool the world, but you can't fool me? Yeah, Madden 05.
I have to do some research on that one. Now, if you had to say Madden 08, I would have been ready for your ass then. Madden 05, I got to go back in time. I got to do a little research on that.
Madden 05 was my game, but anyway.
It was an interview I had with a radio station in Chicago, and it was an audio only interview. The video one was from Birmingham. I may go back to that soon. But yeah, I tried not to share that clip because it was a 30-minute interview, and I clipped it up as many times as possible to just extend the content. I was trying not to put that clip in any of it because I didn't want him to look like
that. Nah.
Nah.
Look, what is it? Hold on. What is it that we say on this podcast? If you go say something, you better stand on it.
You better stand on that shit.
Hey. Yeah. Hold on. I used that in class today. I used that while I was teaching arguments today. I said, look, I don't care what you believe, but whatever you say, you better stand on that.
You better stand on that shit.
All right, here we go. Dad joke. What do you call an inmate with an attitude going down on an elevator?
An inmate with an attitude. So they've got to be NWA, right? IWA, I don't know. Anyway, going down the elevator?
An inmate with an attitude going down an elevator.
I ain't got it.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to know. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm lost on that one.
Condescending. Condescending.
No, you did not. I did not just say con.
We need a soundboard.
Got you.
This man just said con.
Here's another one. What do you call?
I don't know if I want another.
What do you call a Bluetooth signal getting her friend ready for a date? A blind date.
A Bluetooth.
Why
signal.
is that so long?
Why is the Bluetooth signal?
What do you call a Bluetooth signal getting their friend ready for a blind date?
Why's it got to be her friend? Why can't it be his friend?
Their friend.
There you go.
That was going to be my next question. So there you go.
You know we don't know the answer to this.
Preparing.
Preparing.
Jays, I know you were sitting there with your finger over that damn mouse, ready to click on that picture.
I'm gonna fuck him up with this one right here.
I know that for a fact that you sat there with your finger over that damn thing.
You know what? Wait a minute. Because since you know that, since you got your degree and you think you know everything.
All right, now hold on.
Since you got your degree and you know every fucking thing. All right, y'all. Let's play top 5.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. Braylon, this is your first episode on this season, so I'm explaining what top 5 is. I'm going to pick a category, and you got to try to pick the top 5 in said category without looking it up.
Damn.
What, you just going to cheat? Just flat out was just going to be, oh, damn. You sound like my students.
What?
Hey, guys, I don't want y'all to get the answer somebody else. Damn. What's the point of the competition? What did you think?
I respect the honesty.
Past French.
Man, I like, you know what I'm saying?
What you thought it was
like
lightning round?
A test to see. Yeah, lightning round.
Fucking lightning round over here.
Anyway, so the score is what? Jen 3, Sean 1, J.E.'s 1.
Yeah, I think so.
What the fuck, Thanatos?
And then Melody has 2, I think.
Melody has 2.
4 in a row.
What?
Damn, gotta beat Jen. Oh God.
You're not going. I mean, here we go. I think this is gonna be a good one. Okay. This category for this week. The top. Now let me finish this whole thing before you ask a question because it may.
Why you put so much emphasis on that piece, bro?
This ain't Family Feud, bro. We're not buzzing in. We're just
shut up.
Let me read the whole question before you answer.
He said,
"You always have questions about his question."
Because it's never clear. But there will always be clarifying questions. But anyway, go ahead. Do your thing.
Sean interrupted. How rude.
The top sitcoms of all time.
Overall or black?
According to RollingStone.com.
Bro, ain't no way.
And here we go. Hold on. There's more. Just listen. The definition of a sitcom is a continuing cast of characters
this is gonna be stupid.
in a succession of comedy circumstance. So that does include animated shows.
Are we talking
all
time?
I don't like that definition, but okay.
I was gonna say I appreciate the definition, but I'm not sure I agree with it.
Right.
Okay.
But I will say this:
that's an issue I got with whoever did it.
It does give me one on my list, though. I can
Agree.
definition.
Well, Jay, you can go first. Let me get 5.
Makes me want to go all animated, honestly.
If I remember correctly, it has to be in order, or just my.
It doesn't have to be in order unless I specify that it needs to be in order.
MASH. You laugh, but trust me. MASH.
No, because I remember the pain of watching that at late night when everybody's asleep.
Pain.
Gilligan's Island, The Simpsons. This one should be up there, but I'm gonna just put it up there because my heart wanted it up there. The Office and The Cosby Show.
Was that 5?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Ooh, according to Rolling Stone. And you said animation, is it animated cartoons or anime or
like
both?
it can be animated. Animated is included in this. So if you was thinking like Futurama, South Park, Family Guy, American Dad, stuff like that, they are technically sitcoms according to RollingStone.com.
Man,
Rolling Stone needs to reassess its definition.
Yeah, true.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
But it's also the first time that Rolling Stone has fucked something up. So
that definition messing with me, bro, because it's like,
you know what a fucking sitcom is, man.
Why is that definition throwing you off so bad, man?
I don't understand.
No,
if it's a show with the same characters and it's a comedy, it's a sitcom.
I know. I'm saying because it includes animation. So now I'm trying to think of stuff that was back then. I'm thinking of stuff like Bowie and Bullwinkle. I know that ain't up there. Like,
nah, that's
listen.
How in the hell did you get to Bowie and Bullwinkle?
If you gotta think that hard,
what the hell?
You're thinking too much
it's
about
probably not up there.
Bowie and Bullwinkle.
Probably not.
I'm really thinking hard. I'm thinking older. I'm thinking like
all time.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go with Good Times, The Jeffersons.
All right, wait a minute. You're getting too black. You're getting too black.
No. Trust me. All in the Family. If y'all remember that.
Yeah.
Ooh, does that count? No, that's more like nah.
Tell me what it is, and I'll tell you if it counts.
I was about to say Young and the Restless.
No, that does not count. That is
that's not a comedy.
That's not a comedy. That shit is not funny. Victor and them is not playing about shit.
You should have one very much so have one taken away for that stupid ass.
I almost want to dock you.
Don't you dare bring Victor Newman into this.
The Young and the Restless? Are you out of your mind?
How dare you?
Come on, I need to get through this, y'all. We can talk about this. Come on.
Okay, Good Times, All in the Family, The Jeffersons, Little House on the Prairie.
Little House on the Prairie is not a comedy. A sitcom.
Sitcom. Goddamn, I'm thinking shows.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Three's Company.
You got one more.
And back then,
it don't necessarily have to be back then.
Back then.
I know. I'm thinking like all time.
I got you.
So I'm like, whenever I think of one, I'm like, is there something better than that? That's Friends.
Okay,
that's a good choice, really. Damn, and you made me forget two of mine. Just real quickly before y'all go to the next person. All in the Family is the one with the racist dad, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. But it was also a sitcom. So weird.
It's a sitcom, and it's a very, 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 very popular one. So
yeah.
I forgot all about that.
I'm next.
Yeah, you're next.
All right, I'm going Simpsons. I'm going Seinfeld. I'm going Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm going how many was that? That was three.
Three.
I like MASH, so give me MASH. And then let me get
oh, I forgot one.
Come on, Sean. Come on.
I'm gonna go Family Guy. I'm gonna go Family Guy.
Family Guy's a good choice. Your other choice Seinfeld was a really good one. Friends was a really good one. I don't know how.
All right, Jen.
I'm gonna do Simpsons, Friends, The Golden Girls, Office.
Fuck. Fuck.
Yes.
Fuck.
That's tough.
I forgot about that one. Damn.
That's tough. That's why I was thinking so long, because it's like it's a lot of good ones, bro, and I didn't want to skip nothing in my head.
Okay, Simpsons, Friends, Golden Girls.
The Office and Seinfeld.
Office US or Office UK?
US.
US. Come on, man.
That's that question.
I didn't even know there was a UK.
There's only one season of the UK Office.
Yeah.
I've not seen either, so like it doesn't matter.
So why would...
Okay. So shit. I will start off by telling y'all that Friends is actually number 38 on this list.
Really?
Thank you. It's too high. It should be lower than that.
Well, Friends is 38. This is going to be an interesting list. And not necessarily because I think it deserves to be up there, but I just think...
I've been saying it for years. Friends is not fucking funny.
Well, I mean, that doesn't matter.
I was trying to go off popular.
No,
yeah,
I'm with Sean. I'm with Sean. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Because the 90s for those shows was Friends, Seinfeld, and what was it? The one with the lady named Felicity or something, some shit like that. Like
Seinfeld was the number one comedy as long as it was really on TV.
God, it was
good. Okay, so, here we go. Number 10 was the Larry Sanders Show.
What?
I like the Larry Sanders Show.
It ran from 92 to 98.
Vaguely.
Yeah, you come on HBO.
Number 9 was Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec is 9?
It ran from 09 to 15.
Wait,
and I like Parks and Rec.
It ran from 09 to 15.
Yeah.
Number 8 was The Honeymooners, ran 55 to 56.
Honeymooners, yeah.
Number 7 was The Mary Tyler Moore Show, ran from 1970 to 77. Number 6 is MASH.
Damn, that's low.
It ran from 92 to 83.
MASH in the top 10 is low?
No.
72 to 83.
No. Before you go to number 5, the reason why MASH is low is if you look it up, I think their finale is still the most watched finale of any sitcom ever.
Yeah, but that don't mean everybody watched the rest of the show. That just means they like the finale.
Yes, it does. Yo, that's low. MASH is low. I'm not saying it's good, but it's low.
I think top 10 is high for anything. I don't think it's ever top 10.
I ain't mad at that.
Anyway, number 5.
Number 5 is All in the Family.
It's All in the Family. Okay. Go.
Shouldn't be over MASH, but
number 4 is I Love Lucy.
Oh,
wow!
I'm gonna cry. No,
that's not a bad one. That's not a bad
one. Number 3 is Seinfeld.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Number 2, Cheers.
Hey, I love the theme song. I randomly sing that theme song.
My mother would be so disappointed in me when she watches this. I know all of these shows. I know all these shows.
Number 1 is, of course, The Simpsons.
So we have a tie.
Hang on.
Understandable.
Seinfeld. So, no, Sean, you won.
Yeah,
no. It's a tie. It's a tie.
I'm gonna say definitely a tie because I got MASH and Simpsons. And
no, you technically because you and Jen got 2 top 5, and then the tiebreaker would go. MASH was number 6.
Would be MASH. Yeah. Wow, my mom would be happy.
Now,
thanks to mama.
Here's the next question. Do y'all want to hear 25 and down?
I honestly don't know because what are they basing this off of?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
What do you want? You fucking.
Gilligan's Island.
I was about to say to know what they're basing it off of.
No, he's
know.
Look, I got cussed out 3 times today, twice by a student, once by some random dude. Okay, I've had enough of getting cussed out, so I'm ready to.
So anyway, here we go.
Ready to be.
Today it just needs to be over.
I'll tell the story when we get off podcast because
I promise you, Sean, I will not cuss you out on this podcast.
I appreciate it.
I will not cuss you out today.
I appreciate it.
Okay. So number 25.
You'll call me in the morning and cuss me out. Watch.
No.
Anyway, number 25. If I keep interrupting him, he gonna cuss me out.
Yeah. Number 25. Atlanta.
Wow.
Amazing show, but
yo, shout out Donald Glover.
Amazing show, but that's
number 24.
Shout out Donald Glover. Good for him.
24 is Community.
Okay.
Thoroughly.
I'm just happy as Mission. I'm happy as Mission. Amazing.
23 is Office US.
Yeah.
Damn, that's low.
I knew that had to be somewhere.
Okay, so real quick, when it comes to The Office, here's why I think it's so low. From season, so how many seasons are there? There's like 9 seasons.
It's 9.
From season 4 to season 7, it was shit. And I'm gonna stand on that. I'm gonna stand on that. I'm gonna stand on it. Overall, season 4 to season 7, garbage.
Absolutely not. No. Season 1 was radical. Season 2 was okay. I'm still here. Season 3 is okay. Now we're building up some steam. Season 4 through, like you said, 6 or no, season 4 through 7 until up until Steve Carell left. Genius work. Genius work.
Can I finish reading the list, Sean?
Yeah,
Would I be interrupted?
Potentially, honestly. I'm doing my best here.
Okay. I will mute your ass if you keep interrupting.
Well, now I know I can unmute myself, so I'm just gonna unmute myself.
I can send you to the waiting room until I'm done reading the list. You can't send yourself.
Tough.
Huh?
You do that and things will not be good. Things will not be good.
Stop interrupting me. Thank you. 22 is South Park. 21 was a show called Fleabag that was on the BBC.
Ain't no show. I know that. I'm sorry. Fleabag over South Park. That's crazy.
Number 20. BoJack Horseman.
Oh.
Way too high.
What? Oh no, we're not disrespecting BoJack. Hold on.
I tend to agree with Jay on that one. BoJack Horseman was way too
Never seen it, but it has a special place in my heart for explaining asexuality to a shit ton of people.
BoJack is the best depiction of depression that I think exists in media, and I will stand on that.
Okay, that doesn't make it the top show. Just means it has a great message.
But to say that it's not, it's still a really good show.
Yeah, but top 20 all time.
I mean, you don't get there by just. I mean, it's not like the show's not littered with it. I mean, that's a complicated statement. I'm gonna go ahead, keep going, because you're gonna yell at me if I continue to interrupt you. But don't say stupid shit.
Why was it stupid though?
I stand by what I said.
19, man.
I feel like an instigator. I'm gonna shut up too.
19 was Roseanne.
I'm not mad at that.
18 was 30 Rock.
Love that show. Not mad at it.
17, I thought about saying 30 Rock.
17 was Taxi.
Taxi.
What about Taxi?
16. No, wait, what was I? 19. 16. 16 was Cosby Show.
Kind of low.
15 was Arrested Development, and they included the Netflix reboot in that.
Okay.
14 was the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah.
13 was Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I'll give you that.
12 was Frasier. And 11 Dick Van Dyke.
I'm personally insulted that the Golden Girls is not up there.
You know what? That's an excellent point.
Truly,
honorable mention. Everybody Loves Raymond's at 35. Friends is at 38. SpongeBob's at 34.
What the SpongeBob?
Way too low for SpongeBob.
No, that counts as a sitcom under that definition.
No. I'm not talking about way too low for. I'm just talking about it shouldn't be in this category. What the fuck?
It should not be. It should not be.
But under that definition, it's right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now the definition's stupid.
Put Rolling Stone on the list. Put Rolling Stone on the list because this is stupid.
Hold on. Let me
This is stupid.
Let me find where Golden Girls is. Y'all
heard it.
I heard
it. Yeah, let me find. I don't even want to know where it's at.
Also, I say this: 2 shows that ended really sadly that were comedies in that time. App ended on a note so sad that they had to make a made-for-TV movie because people were just that pissed at how sad it ended.
That's so funny.
Made for TV movie.
Big Bang Theory came in at number 90. A Different World came in at 89.
If Big Bang Theory came in above Golden Girls, I don't want to know.
Living Single came in at 86. Modern Family came in at 84.
Modern Family is even on the list?
How I Met Your Mother came in at 82. Will and Grace came in at 81. Sanford and Son came in at 80.
The new Will and Grace or the old Will and Grace?
Wait, Will and Grace. Will and Grace, both. They included them both.
I don't like how they
this App point. So y'all know App was an alien, right? So App was getting ready to go home. And when he went out there to the field where his ship was supposed to meet him, the Air Force showed up and they pulled guns on him. And the show ends that way. It fades to black with App being surrounded by Air Force agents. And
they were ahead of their time.
But the networks was like, when like all the critics came in, they was like, wait, hold on. We'll give y'all a movie. What that do? We'll give you a movie. Roseanne ended sad because, well, the first iteration of it. In the last season, Roseanne, where the family wins the lottery, right? And they go on like all of these sort of fantasy like episodes for like a string of them, only to get to the episode and realize no, the family didn't win the lottery. Dan didn't cheat. Dan, not only did he not cheat, he died. And Roseanne was writing this story in her basement of them winning the lottery, and she was so hurt by Dan dying that she imagined him cheating to make herself feel better about it.
Damn.
Yes.
The type of
so Futurama came in at 74.
I like that, Futurama. Since we're putting animated on the list, it deserves to be up there. But if it's on there, King of the Hill should also be on there as well as Family Guy. So they should both be.
Phineas and Ferb came in at 65.
All right, so you are playing with me. You are playing
that. Phineas and Ferb should be higher, and I will die.
Good Times came in at 60.
I agree that Phineas and Ferb should be.
Die on that hill.
I like Phineas and Ferb, but it shouldn't be on the damn list.
No, it shouldn't.
Well, I mean, no, but I mean, if we're gonna put them on the list, then fuck it.
I think that.
Bernie Mac's show came in at 54. Scrubs came in at 53.
Love
Scrubs.
Okay,
God
Scrubs.
damn, I love Scrubs. Love Scrubs.
I say fuck
what
Scrubs.
What they do with Scrubs is something it still blows my mind. I don't know how you fit in brilliant comedy with slapstick comedy and drama all in 22 minutes. That's great. I don't know how you do that.
Jeffersons came in at 48. Fresh Prince came in at 47.
Okay.
Broad City came in at 45.
What city?
Broad City.
Broad City.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine came in at 43.
That's a good one.
King of the Hill came in at 41.
Okay.
Blackish came in at 39. Friends
I'm
came
mad
in
at
at
that.
38. Bob's Burgers came in at 37. Sex in the City came in at 36.
I was gonna say
Everybody
Bob's
Loves
Burgers,
Raymond.
but
35. SpongeBob 34. The Golden Girls 32.
There it is.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
The UK Office came in at 30.
What? They have one season.
And it's not that good. It's
not one season.
It's not good. This is starting to seem like this is about to be another list that's going to disrespect Family Guy.
29 is Always Sunny. Malcolm in the Middle came in at 28. Louis 27. Bob Show 26. Atlanta 25. Family Guy isn't even on this list, guys.
Louis that high?
Family Guy is not on this list.
Oh no.
Hollywood has this thing for not liking Family Guy. And Family Guy has produced a lot of really, really good episodes. Some of the episodes don't even have any comedy in it. It doesn't go to like side stories or anything. Some of them are just single room like things, and it's just two people. There's an episode where Stewie is in therapy. Great episode, almost no comedy. There's another episode where Stewie and Brian is stuck in a baseball.
Locked in the bank, yeah.
Seen that one.
Yes, they do good work, but it's just something about Seth MacFarlane that they don't like.
I was about to say, I think the better statement is that Hollywood doesn't like Seth MacFarlane.
Because American Dad isn't on that list either. And it should.
And in some cases, American Dad is a lot funnier than most.
Sometimes only because Family Guy rely on this sort of same thing to get to their episodes. Yeah, they rely on that a lot. And recently they've tried to cut it back a little bit, but now that you're cutting it back, it was like, damn, what a cutaway.
I need that cutaway. All right. Well, that was top 5, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a good one.
I'm up to 2.
Okay. So it's Jen 3, Sean 2, J.E.'s 1, Melody 2, I think. Or 1. Anyway, we're supposed to do current events right here, but instead, I'm going to just name off a bunch of facts y'all probably didn't know. And if you did know, then good for fucking you.
Okay.
Okay.
That's right.
All right. Australia is wider than the moon.
Is wider than what?
The moon.
The moon.
Australia is wider than the moon?
Yes.
And what are we trying to determine here?
You said wider or whiter?
Wider. W-I-D. The rest of it.
Can I ask where you got this fact from?
The internet, Sean. Australia
next fact, please.
Is 2,485 miles in diameter. The moon is 2,113 miles in diameter. So by math, Australia is wider than the moon. That doesn't sound like a made-up fact.
People's obsession with Australia is interesting because I wonder if Australians are also as interested in their home as the rest of the world seems. Like there are a bunch of people in the world who feel like it shouldn't exist because all of the animals there.
I think Australia. Actually, no, never mind. That's the UK.
I think there's no way that Australia can be wider than the moon. I'm just gonna say that one here. Here on But Peep This podcast, the exclusive. I don't think there's any way that Australia is wider than the moon. I think that's just kind of where we are on that one.
No, that's where you are on that one.
You got to disprove the math, Sean.
I don't have to disprove the math. I don't think that's something I have to do. Actually,
the proof is on you. You said that it's not. You said you said it. You got to prove it. The burden of proof is on you.
No, it's not. It's not.
Because he's telling you a fact. The only way to disprove a fact is to disprove it. Yes, I said disprove and disprove in the same sentence. I do.
Not do.
I like to say for the record that I said it's wider than the moon in diameter. When you talk about surface area, you can be talking that's a different ballgame.
Disprove it, Sean.
Wider than the moon in diameter. Sean can help with that. Avocados are fruit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because vegetables don't exist.
I mean, kind of. Yeah, actually. It's actually a thing. Oh, don't tell me you mad at that one. Don't tell me you mad at that one. Kiss my ass. You done lost your mind. What? The fuck out of here.
So if vegetables don't exist, what do y'all call them?
Vegetables don't exist because they technically, like, and we're talking about in the field of botany, it just means a food. Other things are just fruits, seeds, etc. Vegetables don't actually identify any part of a plant.
Yeah, just like how mathematically, apparently, the Australia is wider than the motherfucking moon.
The diameter.
I don't give a fuck how many times you say it. Okay, I could take Australia and put it on the moon. I can't take the moon and put it on Australia.
So
how you know?
Do we have to explain to Sean how diameter works?
No, you don't have to explain to me how diameter works. I know how diameter works. Although I will say I did almost fail geometry, so I want to throw that out there. I do want to throw that out there.
You probably shouldn't be throwing that out there.
This is why Sean doesn't teach math.
And every time they ask me, do I want to do anything math related, I laugh at them. I'm like, the students will come up to me, Mr. Finn, can you help me with my math homework? If you want to fail it.
Why are you like combating this?
Yo,
Because,
Lionel is
do
Lionel
I need to say it again?
He's broken by y'all vegetables.
Oh, he's broken by that, but not by the fucking. Never mind. I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this again. I have a complex right now. I can't do this.
He ain't been right since.
Fuck off, bro.
The Eiffel Tower gets 6 inches taller in the summer.
I understand that.
Because metal expands in heat.
You understand thermal expansion, but you don't understand fucking diameter?
I told you I almost failed math, not science. I did good in science.
So what you're saying is, in the summer, the Eiffel Tower is a shower and not a grower.
Yeah. In the summer, the Eiffel Tower can actually fuck the world for 72 hours.
Okay. But when it get wintertime, the Eiffel Tower shouldn't be wearing no gray sweatpants.
Not at all, Chief.
Okay.
There are only 4 words in the English language that end in D-O-U-S.
D-O-U-S?
D-O-U-S.
That don't sound right.
Why do I even need to know that anyway?
D-O-U-S.
Well, maybe.
Yes. Hazardous, horrendous, tremendous, stupendous.
What about three pendus? Thanks, Coop. Appreciate it. Thanks for not leaving me hanging on that one. Appreciate it.
We're all Googling the words that end in D-O-U-S.
Thanks. I just needed one person to laugh. That's all I needed.
I mean, I almost said
no, cool. Don't say nothing because he need to know what he did.
I know what I did, and I got one person to laugh, so you can't even say that wasn't funny.
No, it wasn't.
But you can't say that because I got to laugh.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
Are we putting Sean on the list?
Sean has been on the list since like...
I've been on the list since I was probably the first name on the list.
No, you weren't. Honestly, you weren't. LLC niggas was the first on the list.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're probably like 13th or 14th on the list.
I'll take that.
It's like in pencil, so you can get erased off the list, but we'll add you back whenever we see fit.
I don't think I'm ever going to get erased off the list as long as you have the list.
I'm not keeping track of the list. So
who is the list?
I don't know. Somebody need to be Okay. Fuck what we're doing right now. Who's keeping the list?
It ain't me. I'm gonna lose it. And then I'll be on the list for good.
I keep the TikTok. I don't keep the list.
Somebody volunteer. J.E.'s, you keeping the list.
Ain't no way I can do it. I got 4 kids.
You keep up with all them damn kids.
You
can
hear
keep up
that?
with the list.
Do you hear that?
Keep up with all them damn kids.
You keep up with all them kids. You can keep up with the list.
See, now I got to mute. Now I got to mute to see what inappropriate things she's about to ask me.
Do you think?
I feel like we should mute that actually.
A shrimp's heart is in his head.
So when people suck the head, they suck the brains. They give it head.
Well, aren't they technically giving heart if it's a shrimp?
Nah, I mean, look. Either way, somebody's putting a shrimp in their mouth. So, I mean, you have to deal with that.
Shrimp is pretty disgusting.
Okay, so we're just doing this now.
That was good. Jay, that was good, Jay. That was good. That was good. That one did that. That was good. I got it. It took me a second, but I got it. I got it. So I'm pretty sure you guys all knew this, but it made me feel different about produce, especially apples. Apples in your supermarket can be a year old.
I didn't know that, but okay.
I didn't know that.
An apple. So when they pick them, they hot wax them, air dry them, and then they store them in the fridge, and they can last up to a year.
Oh, I knew that one. I knew about the hot waxing, not the...
I knew about the hot waxing, just not how long.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, why didn't the people who was working at that zoo that old boy had, well, it wasn't a zoo.
What zoo?
That old boy had on Tiger King, why weren't they getting sick with him serving them that old food that he was buying from like grocery stores?
Because I guess the meth killed whatever bacteria. If you want to keep it a bean, let's keep it a bean.
When in doubt, blame the meth.
Kill just about everything.
When in doubt, blame the meth.
Yo, but look, can you imagine when Tiger King came out and you was working there? Like you once worked there. It's like this nigga was like feeding me pizza that was already a month old. Now you trying to sue this shit?
After that documentary, I'll be suing the fuck out of that motherfucker. What? For everything? Oh my God.
Carol Baskins, you bitch.
I'll be suing the hell out of that motherfucker.
What's par for the course is so many people involved in that documentary are now in legal trouble. So many of them.
Well, yeah, they aired all of their dirty laundry to the public.
I mean, yeah.
The number one thing anybody will tell you is that you should shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I mean, they just kept talking.
That's her favorite line. Shut the fuck up.
And they had a part 2.
They just talked. I mean, there would be times they'd be saying shit, and I'm like, I don't even think you're supposed to say that.
I don't think I would have made that public.
I don't know if I would have said that.
So I got one more. I got one more fact. Venus is the only planet that spins clockwise.
I knew that.
I did not know that.
Now, do you think that Carol Baskin killed her husband?
Yes.
Probably.
I think she fed that motherfucker to a tiger.
The only reason why I believe that is because, and I mentioned this on this, wow, it's crazy. I've mentioned this on this podcast before. There was a lady who used to feed her lovers to her hogs. And she did it for years before it caught up with her. So, I mean, look, it is possible. Now, I remember there was a story a couple months ago that insisted that that man came out of whatever hiding he was in and said, no, none of this stuff was true, but I haven't been able to tamp that down yet.
Lies.
Also, since we're on that random tangent right there, I just had to teach people on a TikTok live the other night that deep throat isn't just for what we know it to be in society, the way we use it. When Watergate happened, the person who was giving out all of the secrets and all of the details, his code name was Deep Throat. Now, if we keep digging down that tunnel, I don't even do that. They did get that name, however, for him, for his code name, from the famous porn movie with the same name. So, yeah.
Did you go to work today, J.E.'s?
Like,
unfortunately, because it was.
It sounded like you've been on the computer all day.
Oh no, I knew about this Watergate shit for a long time. I don't know why I knew about Watergate, because it has nothing to do with it. But I knew about this. I knew about this Watergate shit for.
I mean, I know about Watergate too, but I mean that was.
Oh yeah, oh boy, and I don't know why him and the people he was giving the journalists he was giving secrets to. I don't know why they agreed to call him Deep Throat.
Well, considering a few years later, it came out that a lot of the people who worked for the CIA were in fact closeted gay. I could only imagine why they might have came up with that one.
By the way, if you ever want a really fun book, Sex with Presidents is hilarious because it just goes through all of the presidents.
I still have it.
I would assume you did.
Can we get into something a little more
PG?
PG.
Yeah, for sure. Let's talk about PG stuff on But Peep This podcast.
I mean, why are we trying to get for Paul George, bro?
Huh?
What?
More point guard?
How about this?
Do you feel good about that? Do you feel good about that?
You know what? Cool, you get muted for that. I'm sorry. You get muted for that. I can't let that. I can't let that ride. You in timeout for.
Why you hating, bro? Why you hating?
You in timeout 2 minutes.
Ain't no grown ass in timeout. You tweaking.
I'm sure what we are going to very in a clunky way pivot to is a segment that I would like to introduce here and hopefully in other areas called 2-minute swag. And before we get into it, 2-minute swag is basically me talking about the Southwestern Athletic Conference, otherwise known as SWAC, which is a conference for HBCUs, which is something I care deeply about. And since it's football season, we're going to talk about football. Hopefully, once I continue to grow this idea, we can get into the other sports, the baseball, basketball, softball, indoor track, all of those things. Because it is, and their golf programs in SWAC is really, really, really good. The little bit that I know about golf, I have learned from basically keeping up with the SWAC teams. But before we do that, I want to make sure, I want to see if this is too loud. So somebody tell me if it's too loud or not. Why is this loud?
There's a long ad.
Okay.
All right, there we go. All right, so let me start that over. And I'm going to try to keep this in 2 minutes. This is the first time around, so it may go over. So everybody be patient with me and let's go. All right. The Southwestern Athletic Conference, otherwise known as the SWAC, is considered to be the premier HBCU conference in the country and currently ranks among the elite in the nation in terms of HBCU alumni playing with the professional sports teams. Now, for complete coverage of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, please follow SWAC on social media at the SWAC on Twitter, the SWAC on Facebook, and the SWAC on Instagram, or visit the very site in which I'm reading from today, the official home of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, which is www.swac.org. Let's get started. This week, we are talking about some honors. We're giving out honors to 4 players over this past week in SWAC action. The honors are going to go to 2 players from Alabama A&M, one by the name of Ryan Morrow. The other is Terrell Gardner. The other player we're looking at is Isaiah Major from Florida A&M. And Jonas, please forgive me if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, Jonas Davis of Arkansas Pine Bluff. So let's start with Ryan Morrow. He was a key contributor in Alabama A&M's offensive unit during the Bulldogs opening versus Lane, a school that I have to admit I've never heard of. He rushed for 18 times with a total of 191 yards and 3 touchdowns. Pretty much carried the offense on his back. That is amazing. We're going to skip right over to defense, where we are talking about Isaiah Major. Remember, that's Florida A&M. And they had their first game was on the road against South Florida. He finished the game with 11 tackles. Of those tackles, 3 was tackles for loss and 2 was sacks. Now, Major, with the Rattlers defense, held USF offense to less than 350 yards. The reason why that's important is because just last week, the same team got over, 500 plus yards on Western Kentucky. That shows you that Florida A&M defense this year, yeah, it's something to worry about. Moving right along, Jonas Davis with Arkansas Pine Bluff. Now, Jonas Davis, this game was with Tennessee State. This is the Southern Heritage Classic. He had 24 carries for 167 yards. He had 1 touchdown, but check this out. 3 passes for 46 yards and 8 first downs. That part is interesting. That part gets you noticed at the next level. First downs, and this is a dual threat we're talking about. 24 carries, 167 yards, and 46 yards receiving. Those first downs are the key point. The last one that we're talking about, we're going back to Alabama A&M, and this is on the special teams. Gardner returned 3 punts for 95 total yards. Now, the biggest one was one that was 69 yards, showing that my man is a little bit of a speedster. So be on the lookout for Alabama A&M this year on the offense, Florida A&M on the defense, and a little bit of Arkansas Pine Bluff. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is 2 minutes swag. Next week, we're going to get into the standings, and hopefully my Alabama State Hornets have somebody standing out as well.
10 yards a carry is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
10 yards carry.
7 yards a carry. 6.9 yards a carry is fucking nuts.
Just one more point since we're here, and this is a quick one. LSU played who was that this week? They played Grambling. Grambling has a running back who's gonna be a problem if he continues to grow, because the yards that he put up on the ground. Now, a lot of people say when you get these blowouts like this that, some of it is empty calories. I don't think so. Not with Chance. Chance put up a bunch of yards on the ground against an SEC defense. Give me 1 second. I just want to get the exact number again, because I had it a second ago. Here we go. Now, look, I don't want to talk about the score because it was ugly.
Yeah, that was really an ugly game.
Yeah,
that was an ugly game.
Chance Williams, 7 carries, 106 yards.
7 carries for 106 yards?
7 for 106.
Any touchdowns?
No touchdowns. No touchdowns. And that seemed to be a problem in that game. Of course, LSU, it shows LSU has some weaknesses.
15 yards a carry, yo.
That's nuts. Exactly. That is.
That's exactly.
I just. Wow.
And then
15 yards a carry on an LSU defense.
Because LSU's defense is not bad by any means.
The secondary leaves some room for improvement, but that front seven.
Front seven.
And it's great. Nuts. It's great that you mentioned that, because another player for that Grambling team is a wide receiver by the name of Antonio Jones. He has 7 receptions for 81 yards. So Grambling they can move the ball. But so far this season, they're 0-2, which is a bit of a problem. Everybody on that side of the conference has a losing record right now, and I know it's only 2 games. The only one that isn't that great. So, which is Pine Bluff. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the rest of the season shape out for both the East and the West in the SWAC. I would hope to see Alabama State being a representative on the East. I don't think they will, though. I think Jackson State still has some momentum left over, even though right now their record is 1-1. They're 0-1 in conference play, but I still believe they're going to be the representative of the East, and the West is. I think that was going to be a clear shot. I don't think it's going to be in the argument.
Thank you, Mr. Eads. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a swag moment.
2 minutes swag.
2 minutes swag.
2 minutes whack.
2 minutes
now,
swag.
We're going to go from football to, I think Sean wants to talk about banned books.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Hey.
About what?
I sure do. Banned books.
Banned books.
So, I'm going to start this off by saying that the opinions that are reflected in this conversation are not the opinions of any potential school that I may or may not work at. Given that what I'm about to say is something that people probably don't want me to say, but the book ban thing is a load of fucking garbage. And I just, but it's not even a load of garbage for the reasons that you may think. And we're going to go through that today. So, what are some reasons that y'all would say that like we should like that like we're saying that we should ban these books? Like, what are reasons that they give us, right? What are the reasons that they give us?
That they give us?
Yeah, what are the reasons they give us?
Children.
My favorite one, the gay agenda.
Oh, the gay agenda, fantastic. So I mean, clearly, we probably shouldn't be doing anything that really goes through and talks about the gay agenda, right? Definitely shouldn't be talking about anything that goes through the gay agenda. So can somebody explain to me why there were really any Shakespeare on this list? Specifically, some ones that I could go through, right? And these are things that I could teach if I wanted to. So if I decided that I didn't want to go through and teach the curriculum at the school that I may or may not teach at, I could go through and I could teach these different Shakespearean plays. Ready? Hamlet, which is, the typical one. King Lear. The Life of Julius Caesar. Let's see. There's another one somewhere around here.
All right. Oh.
The Caesar?
Sorry, not the Life of Julius Caesar, but just Julius Caesar. And where
yeah, that's better. That's better.
The other one. So yeah, those are some Shakespeare ones. The Shakespeare ones aren't the one that gets me. Let me just get to my point. So I'm going to go through what I think are the most ridiculous things that are on this list, that if there was truly a book ban that has to do with like anything at all, and if they read these books, they wouldn't be on here. So my number one favorite one that's on this list that I could teach if I wanted to, mind you, to 11th graders. Okay. Dante's Inferno.
Well,
Dante's Inferno.
Sean, why don't you, let me stop you. When you name these books, why don't you give like a quick, like 1 or 2 sentence, like description on what the book's about?
Oh, perfect.
Giving Dante's Inferno. It's Bible fan fiction.
Yeah. Dante's Inferno.
Why don't you do that for us, son?
That's literally it.
Dante's Inferno is about going through the 7 layers of hell.
Hell is never mentioned in the Bible.
It's a really good PlayStation game, by the way, if y'all ever interested. Amazing PlayStation
game. Dante's Inferno, please.
What amazing PlayStation.
Now we don't want to confuse the kids, and we don't want to give them anything that's too over the top, right? So one thing we should not have in here is philosophy, right? I feel like philosophy should definitely be something we're banning, right? I could teach a whole philosophy class on this curriculum, and I'm excited about it, right? But I think one of the ones that stands out to me the most, Socrates' Apology, which, if you know anything about Socrates' Apology, if I'm not mistaken, because it's been a while since I've read it, I'm pretty sure that's the speech that he gave before they executed him.
Also, nobody should read Socrates before at the age of 7.
Yeah, Socrates' Apology. Let's read about what the man was saying before he was executed. Mind you, in case you were wondering why Socrates was executed, right? Because he was in fact executed. He was executed because of the fact that he was so annoying to everybody around him. He didn't break laws. He was just really fucking annoying.
Back to, you should shut the fuck up.
Truly.
Hey, this nigga Socrates, can we just kill him?
And they pretty much went, yeah, I guess. I actually think the reason
stop talking, yes.
And I actually think the reason that they gave was like, he brought so what he would do, he would go up to people and he would like sit down with them while they were like eating lunch, and he would just walk up to him and be like, hey, I want you to prove to me why we should kill people. And they'd be like, Socrates, please go away. And he's like, no, I'm not getting up until you prove to me why we should kill people.
But if I'm not mistaken,
and he's like,
wasn't he building an audience of like younger boys or whatever who followed him?
Yeah, Plato.
And
Plato. Who wrote?
Also, if you want to know why lawyers are so annoying, it's because we use something called the Socratic method as our main formula.
which is based around Socrates going around and being like, well, you can't prove me wrong. And it's like, well, I guess no, but why would I want to listen to this shit? Like, what the fuck is that?
You would hate Socrates on social media. You would hate it.
Socrates would be, I'm trying to think of who would be the closest person to Socrates. It would be like, you know, that guy that had the table that was like, this is the opinion, changed my mind.
John, I swear I was just saying.
But it would be like, but it would be that, but then that person would then have to go to like random people and like walk up to them and be like, hey, this is my opinion, change my mind. And when they're like, please go away, he's like, nah, change my mind. Nah, change my mind. Socrates is probably, and again, because I can teach it, it's one of my favorite things to teach. And also a little bit of background on Plato, probably the biggest dick sucker in history. Because Plato went through and was like, Socrates doesn't want to write anything down, so I'm going to write it all down. And I'm going to make this guy look like a genius. When we have multiple reports that say he was just kind of an asshole. It was just kind of an asshole.
I also wouldn't suggest reading Plato.
Yeah, and my students are going to watch this and they're going to be like, but he made us read Plato. And be like,
oh, it's wonderfully educational.
To Sean's students at the school he does not work at. If y'all can come up to Sean next Monday morning and say, hey, you made us read Plato and we didn't have to, 15 points on your next test.
Oh, I'll tell you right now, they didn't have to read Plato. I'll tell you exactly what happened. I missed class, and I was like, let me assign something that I know is going to keep them busy for a week. So, Plato.
Fair. That
is
oh, man. I am a great teacher. I am a great teacher. Here's another book that I could read, and Jen, you're gonna love this one. You ready? So if I wanted to go away from 12th grade, and I'll let you get the synopsis on this, by the way. If I wanted to not teach, things in like 12th grade, I could just read Pride and Prejudice. Would you like to give a synopsis on Pride and Prejudice, Jennifer?
Learning to pull your head out of your ass and not act on your prejudices so you can fall in love.
Let's repeat that one more time. Not abiding by your prejudice.
And your pride. You get over your fucking pride.
Somebody had to write a book about it.
I swear to you, the people who made these laws did not read these books. Like, they just didn't.
You don't even have to read the original Pride and Prejudice. I've read like 6 different versions. They're all the fucking same. There's even a manga version.
Okay.
What?
Hold on, time out.
You didn't know there was a manga of Pride and
No.
Prejudice?
Reading the 6 versions of the same book is fucking crazy.
Why do you think I told Jen to give the synopsis?
I don't care.
I knew that.
Reading 6 versions of the same book is fucking wild.
Lionel, I have a Tumblr post that compares and contrasts like 6 different movie versions of Pride and Prejudice.
Jennifer.
I own 3 or 4 versions of Pride and Prejudice. Like, book-wise. One of them's the manga version.
Jennifer,
which I'm looking for right now.
You're such a nerd. Oh my God.
I am.
You read the same book 6 different ways? God damn it.
No, wait, let me go check my Goodreads. It might be like 20. I might be underselling this.
God damn it.
So I'll go through a few more and then I'll chill. This one, I've never read this book, but I love the title of this book. I think I know people who have read this book and they've equally kind of sat there and gone, what the fuck? Like when I tell them it's on this list. Are Women People? I think it might be my favorite book title that's on this list. Are Women People? I can teach the book, Are Women People. I don't know what it's about. I love how there's a list of things that I can read, and one of them is called Are Women People. I just imagine going up to my students and being like, all right, y'all, we're going to read Are Women People. Anybody want to give the answer to this question? Are women people?
It makes for a hell of a discussion. You can pick out all the sexists in your class.
Yeah.
Look. Again, I don't know what the book's about, but yeah.
Read it, I
know what the book's
got
about.
my manga copy of Pride and Prejudice.
That is crazy.
I have a manga copy of Dracula too.
That's fair.
Yeah, but the book and manga copy of Pride and Prejudice is crazy. And I think here is the one that made me go, yeah, these people really did not read this fucking book. And which is crazy to me because this is a very popular book. It's by I'm gonna say this name wrong. Fyodor Dostoevsky. And it's Crime and Punishment.
What's the first letter of his name?
F.
F and then D.
Yodor.
What's the first letter of his last name?
D.
We call him FD.
FD, fair enough. FD.
Fuck trying to remember.
Yeah, Crime and Punishment, which Crime and Punishment is a classic book about well, you know, punishment, right? Lots and lots of punishment. And why we should be making sure that our punishment lines up with what we do. Which is hilarious to me.
There's no reason that should be on that list.
Hilarious. And then the last one, and I actually did teach this book last year. So I actually took full advantage of this. And you probably don't know this book.
Black Thought has a song named after that guy.
Name after who? Dostoevsky?
The way you pronounce it.
Dostoevsky.
That motherfucker.
So I think
it's a song that features Rhapsody. And if anybody's interested, Rhapsody keeps up with Black Thought on that song. That tells you how dope Rhapsody is.
As she probably would. I have no doubt. Rhapsody is probably one of the most underrated female rappers that are just a pure MC. But we could come back to that another day. But the book that I did teach last year, Don Quixote. Now, I don't know how many of you know what Don Quixote is. But let me give you a quick synopsis of Don Quixote. Don Quixote is a rich man who spends all of his time reading books of nonsense about chivalry to the point where it destroys his brain, and he then goes and becomes a knight in a time where knights are no longer a thing, which is hilarious because the book was written in the 1500s, but or the 15 or 1600s, where knights are no longer a thing. And they and him and this guy go through and run into a bunch of different people who take full advantage of them in the fact that they are absolutely batshit crazy until he dies and regrets everything. Now, that alone would be a great story. But what if I then told you that the story is actually written as a biography, written by a fake biographer in a fake universe about this fake man that didn't exist? But the entire book is read as if this was a real biography of this real man. I could teach that. But I have to now say that slaves got valuable skills while they were slaves. But I could teach a book about nonsense.
Yeah, imagine putting cotton picking on your fucking resume.
I just want to say, also they clearly didn't read any of these poets either, because I can pick, and it literally just says the poetry of, meaning I could pick any poem by these people. I could pick any poem by Langston Hughes. Ooh. Any of them. Any of them. They can't say shit. I could also pick any poem by Emily Dickinson. I could also pick any poem of Percy Shelley.
Nah, that's just wild.
Can't you also teach 1984?
Oh yeah, I can 100% teach 1984, but I can't talk about any of the stuff that's involved in 1984. You know what else I could teach? I could teach about one of the biggest, and I typically do teach about one of the biggest pieces of work that shits on capitalism more than anything else: the Metamorphosis. I could teach that.
There's a version of that book called the Meowtomorphosis, and it's about a man that turns into a cat.
You know, there's a dating sim on that. That's a different game. That's a different thing entirely. It's about a woman who turns into a cat, and so does a lot of other people turn into cats. But yeah, the game Grumps played it. That's why I know it. That's why I know it.
I've read Meowtomorphosis. It's a weird fucking book.
I think the Metamorphosis is a very geniusly written book. I find a hard time being able to go through it without. So like that's the thing with education now. What they'll do is they'll sit there and they'll go, oh, you could teach these books that have all of these like radical concepts, but you can't teach any of the concepts. It's like, okay, well, what would you like me to teach in the book? What would you like to teach? What would you like me to teach in the book?
About cats.
Yeah. Yeah, people turn into cats. Or, well, really, that Gregor Samsa woke up and probably turned into a lazy fucking cat. Probably the first line of the damn book. Gregor Samsa awoke from what is it? Gregor Samsa awoke from something dreams and was turned into a monstrous verminous bug. It's the first line of the novel, which is that's the amazing line. It's an amazing line.
I have not read the original. I've only read the cat version.
Oh, it's so good. I recommend it because it shits on capitalism so much. So much.
I found the cat version by accident in the library.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So all I'm gonna say is this: for the people who made these lists for these books, y'all clearly didn't read them because y'all want to keep some of these ideals out, but you're letting me teach the ins and outs of On the Social Contract, by Rousseau, which goes through and talks about why people do the things they do.
As well as the second treatise of government.
Oh, I could do 2 treatises of government. Why the fuck I'd want to teach that?
There's 2 of them. There's the first treatise and the second treatise. And the second treatise is what our democracy is based on.
Well, I could teach that
too.
I could teach both. And I think one that I think all of you can relate on, or at least the ones that went to Spring Hill, I could teach Confessions of St. Augustine. Let that one sink in for you.
Confessions was
Imagine me teaching Confessions of St. Augustine in high school.
That sounds fucking horrendous.
I felt like I shouldn't be reading that as a freshman.
Oh, also, yeah, truly. Also, I could teach anything out of the Book of Psalms.
That's so fucked.
Which I think, which is egregious. Which is absolutely egregious. I'm sorry. I can't. I can't do that. The Book of Psalms. I want to know what person read the Book of Psalms and went teach it in class.
High school.
Educational, aligned with standards.
Run the fuck stick.
Was that like?
See, I may or may not live in that state, so I can't really say for sure whether that would be but I do know that in Florida they do that type of shit. I don't know if I'm in Florida or not, but I do know they do that shit in Florida.
Is that some type of workaround to get quote unquote religion back in the school?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah.
100%. 110%.
Admittedly, technically, I think schools also aren't supposed to do a moment for silent prayer. It has to be a moment of silence in the morning because they can't encourage religion that way.
We can now.
Yeah, I know.
But you know what? They won't do what I would like for them to do. If you really want religion back in the school, let's do it. But let's make it an elective. And let's make it that if you sign up for this class, you have to learn about all the religions of the world.
Yeah, they won't do that. But I agree. I fucking agree.
Actually, there is, in fact, in the curriculum, a world religions curriculum.
Oh, I love that.
And I will say in world history, I do get to touch on like the 5 pillars of Islam. I do get to touch on a little bit of Buddhist stuff. I do get to touch on a little bit of Shinto stuff. I do get to touch on like things like that.
I would venture to say that if you were to introduce religion to people who may even started believing in what they believe in, well, teenagers who started believing in what they already believe in, or had nothing to start with, most people would choose Buddhism. Some would maybe even choose Hinduism. There are a lot of religions that don't even believe that there's a hell that exists. And the ones that do believe hell exists, they believe it's only temporary.
Well, you want me you want me to tell you why they don't allow religion in school and why they won't do that, right? Because it's not, I don't think it's the reason you think it is. Because it's not the governors and shit like that. It's not them. You know what it is? It's the parents. Because if you think about it, where do people get their religious beliefs from?
Exactly.
So I would have to sit there and go against what their parents say and teach information like that.
If I had spent the year doing the studying on the various religions in order to teach such a class, so I went to seminary school, all of that, right? The way I will open the class up would be, I want everybody to understand one fundamental fact. And I'm going to say it as a fact, and even if you try to disprove me, I'm going to stand on it because it's kind of the basis of religion. But you believe in what you believe in simply because of where you were born and who you were born to.
Yep.
Now that we're here, let's open up the rest of it.
Let's open up what?
Let's open up the rest of it.
I mean, yeah, if you boil it down to the simplest form, that's about it.
That is it. That is it. Whatever it is you believe in, it's because of where you were born.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that gets me with religious people is that you don't want your children to be taught about other religions, but you have this such strong faith in your own that no matter what, they stray away.
Right. You shouldn't be worried, right?
I really wish
worried about. Like, what are you worried?
I'll tell you when I learned religion has gone too far when it comes to like the way some of these parents are teaching their kids. When I'm sitting there and I'm asking questions about like content and somebody answers with God and I have to sit there and go no, and they look at me and they're like, how can you sit there and say God's wrong? I'm like, that's not at all what I said. I said you're wrong. I didn't say God's wrong. I said your ass is wrong.
I say this, and we can jump off the topic of religion because I do want to let people know this for everybody who's watching and have seen me on social media on both Facebook and TikTok specifically. But with TikTok, if you see me on a panel where somebody has in their background, if there's a lady who hosts it. If it says, I'm a Satanist, ask me anything, yes, that was me. I was on it. I'm not a Satanist, but I was on that panel. And I've been on that panel multiple times. I'm not a Satanist myself. I'm not an atheist, none of that. But she put the letters in red on purpose. I asked her that. She was like, yeah, it's on purpose. And
Satanists are a fun group of people.
I was about to say, is this a safe space to talk about Satanism?
Because I have no problems with it
because has anybody ever read the tenets of Satanism?
Yeah.
The 11 tenets, yes. And you know what? I did this once. One day on Facebook, it was some years ago. I was posting them one by one to see who will respond to them. And at the end, I said, man, that's cool that y'all like this. This is like the tenets of Satanism.
Yeah, no, I bought my friend one of their I'm a Satanist certificate card thingies. Like, I'm well aware of what Satanism's about.
Right. Satanism is not a subject that I am well versed on. So
this is the last point with this specifically. It's a black one, which is it blows people's mind even more. She says part of the reason why she's a Satanist, though, is her parents were both Hebrew Israelites.
Oh boy. Oh Lord.
she was like, if there was ever a roadway to lead me to Satanism.
I mean, that's the way to do it right there. That's the way to do it right there.
What I've learned with her, as well as looking at Anton LaVey, back in the 60s and 70s, is that I think Anton LaVey lived up to what, like the 80s or 90s or something. There are different sects of Satanism. For example, the one that she's in she's an atheist and Satanist. Because the thing is, they don't believe that Satan is a real thing, that it's a real being. So really, they would acknowledge that they're saying that, one, to get your attention, two, to kind of fuck with you a little bit. But once you get either of those and you start asking questions, then y'all can tell you what it is that I believe. And you can go from there.
And that's kind of one of the whole things with Satanism, is that it actually is an entire thing of like, we're gonna name our quote unquote religion after this so that we can see who is going to react and what way they're going to react.
Right.
Because Satanists, true Satanists do not worship Satan.
Exactly.
It's not at all how that works, right? That's not at all what that is. They don't sit there and go, "Oh, hail Satan." That's not how it works.
The next time she go live, I'll send y'all an invite so y'all can see how wild it is. Because the people who ask the questions are,
Christians.
Hey, look, I don't understand. If you're that much of a Christian and that name bothers you that much, why are you stopping here to ask them the question? And it's not that she belittles them. She's very patient and thinks some of it is funny to some degree. But why are you? Well, no, because I think there's a tenet, according to their beliefs, that they have to save as many people as possible and tell as many people as possible about their Lord and Savior.
Yeah, so, depending on how evangelical somebody is.
Excellent point. Excellent point. Because if I'm not mistaken, there's also some things in their religion where they're not supposed to be talking about that in public either. So there's that. Last time I said that to somebody on the panel, I got blocked. So there you go.
Wait, you got blocked? You didn't do the block?
I was over in their house. They went at mine.
I was in their house.
That's that. We could jump
off.
That's
so funny.
Oh, shit.
Crap, I forgot what I was about to say.
You got distracted by Jay getting blocked.
Well, until you get it back, just remember this. If you ever see a live that said "Prove me wrong," keep scrolling.
Yeah, no, it's not worth your time. Or the sacrificing your peace. Just let it go.
Don't do that.
What? Sacrificing your peace?
Yeah. Sacrificing PEACE.
Yeah.
Don't sacrifice your.
Can't use pill, Sean.
Who would click?
Because you're engaging in a conversation that begins with "Prove me wrong."
It's somebody who wants to argue in bad faith, and it will only fuck up.
Who would do this? Who would sit there and go, "Yeah, I'm trying to disturb my own peace. Let me click on this thing."
The viewers in that panel are no less than 300 to 500. No less.
I was gonna say, it's a lot of people when they see somebody who is blatantly looking for a fight, they're like, "Yeah, I think I can convince them." And the thing is that you are feeding the trolls. Don't feed the trolls. They do not need the extra oxygen.
Just keep walking.
No, yeah.
Don't feed the trolls. Let them go.
We never feed the trolls. Leave them alone.
Lionel, do you have your thought back yet?
No, it's gone.
Was it ever there in the first place?
No, it was there.
Wait, the what?
Was there? It's gone. Like I spaced.
It happens.
It does.
Just,
in fact,
just
happen.
like, and that's what your memory is like.
That's
So you know what?
Whose memories?
You know what? Just for your memory, I
You just made the list.
Yeah, Lionel's memory
Hold up,
makes
hold up. No. I'm gonna have to LA Night your ass. No.
let me talk to you.
Yeah.
Listen, I just want y'all to know. I'm like 35% there. I think I'm gonna make a wrestling fan out of my wife.
I believe in you. We can
Check me out. Last night I was watching wrestling and Cody Rhodes came out and she did the whoa.
We can do this.
We almost there. We almost there.
We can do
I got
this.
her. She's singing Seth Rollins' song and everything. I'm almost there, y'all. Listen.
Almost there.
Listen.
Maybe she just liked the song.
Ain't got nothing. Well, I do.
No.
It's on Spotify, but that ain't got shit to do with nothing.
Man, don't kill this joy. No, do that.
Let me have this, cool.
You said 35%. That I gotta be realistic. That's pretty low.
That's enough to start with, man.
Listen, last night we was watching wrestling, and she said Shinsuke Nakamura. That's the Japanese guy, right? And I was like, yeah.
All right now.
And she was like, "Hey, isn't he like beefing with Seth Rollins about his back issue?" And I was like,
yeah.
I swear, y'all, I'm gonna make a wrestling fan out of her. It's gonna happen.
Seth Rollins.
She gonna deny it, but I'm gonna make a wrestling fan out of that woman. It's gonna happen. She don't like AEW.
Really?
Which is dumb because Lionel doesn't like AEW, which is why that's the case.
It's boring.
It's actual wrestling.
Except the one dude who walks around and is like humping the air. What's his name? God damn it.
What the hell are you talking about? See, this is exactly why I say. This is exactly why I say what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is 100% why I say what I'm saying.
Hold on.
Because when I say it's actual wrestling, Lionel will go, "Oh, I like the one guy that humps the air."
I thought he was talking about
like what?
You know, who pulled me into that promotion was Orange Cassidy. Because that shit was hilarious.
Oh my God, Orange Cassidy is fucking incredible.
I when I first seen him, I was like, all right, I need to see what else is going on over there. So,
Orange Cassidy is fucking incredible.
That dude's amazing. I like that. That dude's amazing.
Daniel Garcia is his name. Daniel Garcia is his name.
Daniel Garcia is way more than just like humping. He's like one of the best ones they got.
Wait. This is how we're gonna get it out. I will share this clip because this shit took me out. But it's not that I don't like AEW. I look for wrestling for entertainment. It's not that entertaining to me.
Can y'all help me figure out what's going on with my wife?
No promises.
Yeah,
hold on, let me get this clip. Let me get this clip in here first. Can y'all see this?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, yeah, because I need time to form this.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
Oh, it's like super laggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen somebody getting stumped out though.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Oh, okay. There you
go. This lady is currently sitting behind me.
Watching AEW for that.
I remember
with
2 years ago and reading that some independent wrestlers were on it.
The hell?
I was like, audio coming from?
Talking Jericho just started playing. I want to hear that.
She's sitting behind me right now with a slice of pepperoni pizza and some raw cookie dough.
Solid.
That's dope.
Hold on.
Nice. What the? No.
I got one question.
Dope.
I got one question.
Nobody is endorsing that here.
I'm
endorsing it.
This sounds like a great meal.
I got one question. Did she warm up the pizza?
The pizza is hot.
I don't see an issue then. You just extra.
I didn't care if the pizza was hot or cold.
Yeah, I think it'd be fine.
Cold pizza is on the. I can't. I'm not knocking people for doing it. Well, it sounds like I am, but I'm really not. I just cold pizza I can't do.
Jay, put it like this: I know a girl who likes to put ranch, hot sauce, and syrup in her spaghetti.
That's.
You know what? Wait, no.
What?
What's going on behind me and what I just heard? I'm turning my camera off because I don't want to be seen.
What?
I don't want to be caught up in all this.
Cool. Is this girl near and dear to your heart? Is this girl near and dear to your heart?
She pretty cool.
Are you sure?
Jay, hit me with the sound, please.
What other qualities does she have?
You just made the list.
Play it again.
She's a weird eater.
To say the least. What?
You let her know she on the list.
I
how cool she is.
No, what?
I can't.
But at the moment, I got beef with all four of y'all because why are y'all endorsing this madness behind me?
Turn your camera on. We don't talk to you. I don't want to talk to your name.
You just got like dinner and dessert. She didn't have
cookie dough. Come on, man.
They're just like getting them church plates with the chicken salad and the chips and the cookies in it. Same thing.
Yeah. It's like a Subway meal. You know, you
this was the wrong time for my earbuds.
What is the problem you have with it?
Listen, tell us what's
I'm more concerned about why you don't like it.
Tell us what did Coco do to you, man?
Are you mad? Are you mad that she didn't bring you a slice of pizza?
That's what it sounds like.
It sounds like you mad.
It sounds like you mad because you ain't got no pizza.
You hating, Jay?
Are you hating?
Jay? I like you're a hater.
I thought
Jay, you want to know what we do to haters on the But Peep This podcast? You want to know what we do to haters on the But Peep This podcast? Do you want to know? You really want to know?
Do you?
Do you want to know? Should we do it, Lionel? Should we do it? Should we do it?
Do it.
You just made the list.
Y'all can't do that because y'all don't have
fuck that. Because y'all was on my ass last week about writing checks. No, you get no help from me.
About the writing checks thing.
You get no help from me.
I mean, you gave me the pen clip, so
cookie dough and pizza. Now she was rubbing it. She had the cookie dough on the pizza, eating it like that. Then I said she was a psychopath.
What is wrong with y'all, man?
But just cookie dough and pizza, man, that's just like eating a hot dog with chips or hot dog with chips and cookies, like we used to do back in the day.
No, it's not.
It is the same
thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just dessert.
Look, putting raw cookie dough in the microwave does nothing.
The pack says, say raw.
Okay, why are you putting the cookie dough in the microwave? Just eat the cookie dough.
Yeah.
Hey, we need to see this package for point of what is it? Point of information.
Point of reference.
I ain't gonna lie, if it's on that package, it's doable.
Yo, y'all
Jay,
stop doing that.
I don't think you got much room
Stop doing that.
to talk about her cookie dough and putting it in the microwave or eating it, whatever.
You about to say chitlins, aren't you?
No, we ain't even got to go that deep. We ain't. We talking about the same nigga that made a fucking bright and early mimosa and lost 14 hours and 50 minutes of his day.
Look.
There's no look.
Same nigga.
Look.
Who made a bright and early mimosa and thought he was doing something. Look. Had the whole spread.
Look, that bright and early, whatever that is, because it's not orange juice, it's like liquor itself. So look,
there's no look here. Like that's just wrong.
We're talking about the same motherfucker that's about to get a chitlin note.
I will say this: if I'm giving y'all any ammo, I had a low early today, very early. One that I left this house this morning at 12 to begin, and I had one of them hot dogs at Love's before the sun came up.
That motherfucker
before the sun came.
Night.
See, we were doing good until you said before the sun came up.
Man, listen, y'all don't travel enough, so y'all don't get it. I understand.
All right, then.
I understand.
There we go. We in there.
I don't know. I still don't see what the issue is with the cookie dough, but I can understand that Love's hot dog before the sun come up.
Love's hot dog. I had the purple bag Doritos, Arizona mango tea, and a 5-hour energy shot.
You and these 5-hour energies.
Man, listen, pick up your mic, Sean. Pick up your mic. Jen, pick up your mic. Ladies and gentlemen, we here at the But Peep This podcast do not, and I repeat, do not recommend 5-hour energies.
Leave that shit alone.
Leave them alone.
Look, I know Jen ain't talking with the amount of coffee she drinks in a day. So no, put one mic down. And
We
let's
actually
focus on these other 2 mics.
no, we actually
more
banned
spread out.
Jennifer. We actually banned Jennifer from drinking energy drinks too.
Yeah.
Yes, no, I was not allowed to have energy drinks.
So Jennifer is actually a what do you call that? A testimony to our
I'm really fucking annoying
stance against energy drinks.
But that's the thing. An energy shot is different than an energy drink.
No, I'm not allowed to have those either.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you why it ain't right now. If you are a person who does not, let's take alcohol for example. If you're a person who don't drink alcohol on the regular, it don't matter if you take a shot of alcohol or a glass of alcohol. You probably end up drunk either way.
Reverend. Preach, Reverend.
The difference is the energy shot is not only extra strength, but it's gross. The energy drink tastes good.
It keeps you awake because it's nasty.
You heard, Jen. It's nasty.
The way she said
I've written some of the best shit in my life on energy shots.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna keep telling the story. I had to drive from Indianapolis to South Georgia.
Oh, I remember you about
exit 3. I made it all the way to fucking Chattanooga. Eyes wide as fuck. Didn't stop for no gas. Didn't stop for nothing.
No food?
Nothing.
No drink. You ain't get parked.
We were in Disney World over the weekend. The only way I was able to handle it, energy shot.
I think the best example of me being not allowed to have energy drinks is that Lionel came back to visit and brought me an energy drink, and Sean was like, absolutely the fuck not. Because Sean was the one that had to put up with me later.
It was also like the medical thing of like Jennifer would just start like violently shaking. And because Jennifer's only like 4'2", like it's not good for somebody who's like 4'2" to start like violently shaking.
I am not 4'2", motherfucker.
That's the difference. That's the difference. I'm 6'1", 260 plus. I got this.
Now that means you shaking and you don't even know it. That's worse.
I am 6.
That's messed up.
You're shaking, you don't even know it.
That's messed up.
I got you by a couple of inches in height and about 100 pounds in weight.
So that means you should be out here with the extra strength with me.
Listen, I took one of them on my last flight when I went out to New Hampshire. Sitting on the plane, it's dark as fuck. Here I am. Headphones ain't playing no music, nothing. Just airplane sound.
I've gotten to the point where I need the extra strength. I had one of the regular ones and I was yarning. And I was concerned.
I'm sorry, you were doing what?
Yeah, what was you doing?
What were you doing?
Regular energy shots, and I was yarning.
You were doing what?
You fucking got bad now?
By the way I pronounce the word yarning.
You were doing what?
Yarning?
You doing it too?
Jennifer plays with yarn.
You know what?
She yarn.
This episode is over. It's over. It's no. I would not stand for any of this. I'm no.
Hey, listen, the Gap Man got a song called "Yearning for Your Love." That's the first thing I thought.
No,
he said yarning.
By the way, Jay, the Sean asking me if Panera coffee was any good, and I said it's coffee. This is your example of that conversation.
Well, I did that.
All jokes aside,
is this a Sean thing? Like, is this what you do? You just go around and find people's words to just put in your book? Is that it?
Huh?
I'm imagining Jen having that amount of sugar in her system. You know how many fucking books she would read?
No, that's the bad thing. I can't fucking focus.
Listen.
They
say you are what you eat. Jen is fucking mountain roast, I think.
Mountain roast.
What?
I think
that's the blend.
Mountain roast.
That's the blend of choice.
That's the blend of coffee. I'm just guessing the blend of coffee, guys.
Something really random happened.
Something
really random happened to me today in Mississippi this old, and we can close after this. But I want to see what y'all would think after if you've seen this. It's super hot out here where I'm working at, and the dude who's telling me where I need to pull up to start unloading, just in a regular conversation about Alabama football. In the middle of the conversation, he reached in his pocket and open Vienna sausages and just start eating them while we're talking.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been But Peep This Podcast. I don't even know.
Thank you so much for.
We appreciate y'all.
That is one of the wildest. Out of his pockets. His
pockets. A can of Viennas in his pocket.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, we done. Sean, close us out. We done. Sean, close us out. We done.
Look.
And then there was the regular one. They wasn't even the Prairie Boys.
Sean,
they were the regular joints.
Sean Finn, close us out.
Oh my God.
Close us out.
All right, let's see.
I'll put my mic down.
No,
let's see.
We're just getting good.
No, we ain't getting. No,
we're done.
No, we getting crackhead. That's
Hyenas out of your pocket is crazy. That's it.
Listen.
That's it.
Listen.
Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Look, this is. I'm not surprised in the least bit. Actually, you know what? Add Hattiesburg, Mississippi to the list. Add
Vienna sausage manufacturers to the list.
Okay, we're not gonna hate on Vienna sausage, but I've never carried them in my pocket. That's crazy.
Didn't have the can, just pulled them out
like he was about to light a cigarette.
Wait, hold on. He didn't pull out a can?
Yes.
Oh, he did pull out a can.
Walking around with a 4-ounce can of Vienna sausages in
his pocket.
That's uncomfortable.
Yes.
That's crazy.
How did nobody notice this?
That can fit a whole can of Vienna sausages, and I can.
How big was his pan?
He's closing out.
What?
How big were his pants?
No, wait, because I actually have questions. What pocket did he pull them out of?
The front.
Does it matter?
The front, yes. Yes. It does.
The front.
Front pocket.
The front?
What, did you continue to have a conversation with this man?
We kind of cut him off after we heard.
Because I very well might have been like, you know what? That's enough. That is enough.
I would have walked away, right?
College football, and he started talking about Alabama because I told him that's where I was bringing the load from. And he was like, "Well, I don't know, man. This might be it for saving this year. You know, it don't seem like he was just."
I got the tap. Stop it! Stop it!
No, we're done.
Stop it!
We're done.
Stop! No, fuck this man. Listen, I was gonna say something about something. You know what? Nah, this is how we end up on Peep This podcast. Hattiesburg, Mississippi, whoever this crackhead y'all got walking around is, somebody needs to stop this man. This man needs to be stopped. He is tapping the can of Vienna sausages like it's a motherfucking dip can. Get the fuck out of here. Like a pack of fucking Newport. Get the fuck out of here. This has been But Peep This, the podcast. That's Lionel. That's Jen. That's J.E.'s. That's Braylon, otherwise known as Koo, otherwise known as Lewis, otherwise known as about a million other names, because this is the man of a million names, and I never know what to call his ass. And whoever that man is in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, fuck you.
We'll see y'all next week.